Hey there, welcome back to the Natural English Podcast. I am Alex, and I am here with Sarah, as always.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Alex. Yeah, I am here, ready to talk, and maybe complain a little bit today.
Complain a little bit, yeah, exactly. So, how are you doing out there, listening right now? I hope your day is okay. Not perfect maybe, but okay. You know those days, everything is kind of fine, but small things keep going wrong. Little problems, tiny things, but they still make you feel tired or stressed.
Yeah, like nothing is a disaster, but you still feel annoyed. You feel like, really again?
Exactly. And that is our topic today. We are going to talk about small everyday problems, little annoyances. Things like you just miss your train by 1 minute, or your Wi-Fi is super slow when you want to watch something, or your neighbor is noisy when you want to sleep.
These small things can feel big sometimes, right? They can really change your mood.
Yeah, and I have a little listening challenge for you today. So, later in this episode, Sarah is going to tell a short story. In her story, she will say this phrase. Listen carefully. She will say, "It is driving me crazy." Your challenge is, when you hear that phrase, ask yourself, okay, what is the problem? What is the thing that is driving Sarah crazy?
So, one more time, be ready for that phrase. It is driving me crazy. When you hear it, try to catch the situation. What little problem am I talking about when I say that?
Nice. And by the way, this phrase, driving me crazy, is very natural. It means something annoys you again and again, and you feel very frustrated. Not angry at a big thing, just tired and stressed by a small thing that does not stop.
Yeah, and I already have one small thing like that today. My phone battery, it dies at like 20%, so it still shows 20%. And then, boom, black screen, phone off, no warning. It is driving me crazy. And here, I do not mean I am really going crazy. I just mean I am super annoyed and I am tired of this problem.
Oh yeah, that is so annoying. You think you have time, and then suddenly the phone is dead and you cannot call anyone or check anything.
Exactly. It happens again and again. And every time I think, why?
So, in this episode, we are going to stay with these little things. First, we will talk about really common small problems in daily life. Things at home, on the train, at work, with technology, all of that.
Then, second, we will show you some natural phrases you can use. How to complain, but in a friendly way. And also how to react, how to say, "Oh no, that is so annoying," to your friends or coworkers.
Yeah. And third, at the end, we will do a quick little practice together. You can repeat after us and you can imagine your own situations. So you are not just listening, you are also speaking and using the phrases.
We will keep our speed natural but clear, like this. So you can use this in real conversations, at work, with friends, maybe even when you text or chat online.
Okay, so get comfortable, relax, and remember the little challenge. Listen for the phrase, "It is driving me crazy," in Sarah's story later, and notice what problem she is talking about. For now, let us start with some really common little problems we all have in daily life.
Yeah, let us do it. I already have a few funny small problems to share.
So, now I want to talk about real life. Real little problems. Everyday annoyances. Sarah, can you share some small, annoying situations from your day-to-day life?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so one simple thing, the bus. In the morning, I go to the bus stop, right on time. I wait, and the bus is 10 minutes late, or sometimes 15 minutes late. And I am just standing there, and I think, this is so annoying.
Yeah, I know that feeling. You are ready, you are on time, but the bus is not. So, what happened, and how did you feel exactly in that moment?
So, yesterday, I was going to work. I left home early. I felt good. But the bus was very late, and I started to feel nervous. I looked at my watch again and again. And in my head, I was saying, "This is so annoying." The phrase is, "It is so annoying." Or, "This is so annoying." It means this small thing makes me feel a little angry, and it is really not nice. For example, you can also say, "It is so annoying when my phone battery dies outside," or "It is so annoying when the bus is late."
Right, so you are not super angry, but you are not happy. You are a bit angry, a bit stressed. So, one phrase from your story is, "This is so annoying," or "It is so annoying."
Exactly. And you can say it very simply. For example, you spill coffee on your shirt before work. You look at your shirt and you say slowly, this is so annoying."
Okay, coffee on the shirt. That is a good one. Can you tell that story? What happened?
Yeah. So, last week, I made a nice cup of coffee. I wore a clean white shirt. I felt ready for the day. I took one sip, and I moved my hand too fast. And the coffee went on my shirt. Big brown mark. I had to change my clothes, and I was late. In that moment, I said, "It really bothers me when this happens." So the phrase is, "It really bothers me."
It really bothers me. So, what does that mean in simple words?
It means, this thing makes me feel uncomfortable or a bit angry or stressed. Inside your mind, you cannot relax. For example, it really bothers me when people leave dirty dishes in the sink. I look at the dishes and I cannot feel calm. So I say, "It really bothers me."
Okay, let me try to say it back. So we have, "This is so annoying when something is a small but strong problem," and "It really bothers me when it makes you feel not calm inside." Is that right?
Yes, that is great. They are very close. You can often use both. Late bus, "This is so annoying." Coffee on your shirt, "It really bothers me."
Nice. Do you have another everyday situation? Maybe something at home or on your computer? Something like that.
Oh yes. The internet. Sometimes I am watching a video, or I am in an online meeting, and suddenly the internet stops. The picture freezes. The sound stops. And I am just sitting there looking at the screen, and I cannot do anything. In that moment, I say, "It drives me crazy."
Yeah, that one is really common. So the phrase is, "It drives me crazy." Can you explain that one in a simple way?
Sure. "It drives me crazy" means, this thing makes me feel very annoyed. Not just a little, a lot. I feel, I cannot take it. For example, loud neighbors at night. Your neighbor plays music very loud at midnight. You cannot sleep. You can say, "This noise drives me crazy."
Let me repeat the phrase slowly for our listeners. It drives me crazy. And it does not mean you are really crazy. It just means you are very annoyed.
Exactly. It is not serious. It is just a strong way to say, "I am very annoyed." So we have 3 phrases now. "This is so annoying." "It really bothers me." And "It drives me crazy."
Okay, I want to try something. Maybe like a student. If the internet stops, I could say, "This situation is very unpleasant for me." How does that sound in real conversation?
Midterm, it is correct. The grammar is fine. But it sounds very formal. A bit like a robot. A bit like a textbook. Your friend will understand you, but it does not sound natural for everyday talk.
So, what is a more natural way to say the same idea?
You can just say, "This really annoys me," or "I find it really annoying." For example, the internet stops again, and you say, "This really annoys me," or "I find it really annoying when the internet stops."
Okay, let me try the natural version. Not, "This situation is very unpleasant for me," but "This really annoys me," or "I find it really annoying when the internet stops." That feels much more like real life.
Yes, exactly. Simple words, but very natural. So, listeners, you can choose. For small problems, you can say, "This is so annoying. It really bothers me." Or, "It drives me crazy," when it is a strong feeling.
So, now we have a little toolbox of phrases to say something is annoying. We can say, "This is so annoying." We can say, "It really bothers me." We can say, "It drives me crazy." But we do not only complain, right? We also need to answer when other people talk about their problems.
Yes, that is true. It is important to react in a kind polite way when a friend or coworker shares a small problem with you. So, in the next part, we will look at natural phrases to answer, to show you understand and you care.
So, imagine this. You meet your friend, and your friend says, "My train was late again. It's so annoying." How do you answer? Do you just say, "Oh, that feels a bit cold, right? A bit robotic." In English, we usually want to show we care. We want to show we understand their feeling. So, Sarah, what are some natural things we can say?
Yeah, exactly. We do not want to sound like a robot. We want to sound friendly, kind. So we often start with a short reaction, just a small line. Things like, "Oh no, that sucks. That's so annoying. Poor you. I know what you mean. I hate when that happens." These are all very common, very natural.
Nice. And all of these are okay for B1 learners, right? No strange slang, no bad words.
Yes, they are safe. The only one I want to explain a little is, "that sucks." Sucks here means that is bad or that feels really unpleasant. It is a bit casual, so it is good with friends, but maybe not in a very formal business meeting. With your friends, "that sucks" is totally fine, very normal.
Got it. So casual, but still safe. Okay, can we hear these phrases in little situations? Maybe I complain, and you answer in a natural way.
Yeah, let's do that. Just listen to the feeling, the music of the sentence, not only the words.
All right, first problem. My bus was late again this morning. I almost missed my meeting. How could you react?
I might say, "Oh no, that's so annoying." Listen to the stress. "Oh no, that's so annoying." I really push the words "no" and "annoying," so you can hear my feeling.
Yeah, it sounds like you really understand me. Okay, second little problem. My neighbor was so loud last night I could not sleep. What would you say?
Mummidim might say, "Wow, poor you. That would drive me crazy too." Poor you is a nice way to show empathy. It means, "I feel sorry that this happened to you." Not about money. Not about money. Not about being rich or poor. Just about the situation.
Right. So, poor you is like, "Oh, I feel for you." That sounds hard. Okay, next one. I spilled coffee on my shirt before work. I had to go back home and change. How do you react?
With a friend, I could say, "Oh no, I hate when that happens." This shows I know the feeling. Maybe it also happened to me before. So again, "Oh no, I hate when that happens."
Yeah, that one feels really close, like we share the same experience. Can we do one with, "I know what you mean"?
Sure. You say, "My internet keeps cutting out during online meetings. It's so stressful." I answer, "Yeah, I know what you mean. It's really frustrating." "I know what you mean" is like, "I understand. I had the same feeling before." It connects you and your friend.
Nice. So, with friends, we can use, "Oh no, that sucks. That's so annoying. Poor you. I know what you mean. I hate when that happens." All of these show empathy, show that we care.
Exactly. And sometimes we do not stop after one short line. We can add a soft follow-up, like, "Do you want to talk about it?" Or, "That would drive me crazy too." Or, "That sounds really stressful." One reaction, then one little extra sentence.
Okay, so far we talked about friends, but what about coworkers? Or someone you do not know very well? Maybe you do not want to say, "That sucks," right?
Yeah. With coworkers, we usually make the language a bit softer, a bit more polite. We still show empathy, but we avoid strong or rude words. So instead of "that sucks," we can say things like, "That's is really frustrating." "That sounds annoying." "I'm sorry to hear that."
These sound very useful for the office. Could you give quick examples for each one? Just short little dialogues.
Sure. First, "That's really frustrating." Coworker says, "The system crashed and I lost my report." You say, "Oh no, that's really frustrating." Second, that sounds annoying. Coworker says, the printer keeps stopping every 5 minutes. You answer, I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe a coworker says, I've been working late every night this week. You say, I'm sorry to hear that. Are you okay?
Yeah, those feel gentle, respectful. Not too strong, not too casual. So, friends, that sucks. I hate when that happens. Coworkers, that's really frustrating. That sounds annoying. I'm sorry to hear that.
Exactly. Same idea. Different level of strength. There is one more word I want to highlight. Frustrating. Frustrating. Frustrating means something makes you feel stuck. You want to do something, but you cannot. For example, waiting for a late train is frustrating. Or, slow internet is frustrating. So, that's really frustrating is a nice, polite way to say, that situation is really difficult and annoying.
Okay. So far, all your phrases sound very natural, but sometimes learners try to be very polite. Too polite. Can we do a little robot versus natural check for reaction phrases?
Yes, this is fun. You say the robot version. I will give the natural one.
All right. Robot Alex. I deeply sympathize with your unfortunate situation. How does that sound?
It sounds like a very serious movie or a formal letter from a company. In normal daily life, at work or with friends, we almost never say that. A more natural version is, I'm really sorry. That sounds frustrating. Let me say it again slowly. I'm really sorry. That sounds frustrating.
Okay, I will repeat it. I'm really sorry. That sounds frustrating. One more time for the listener. I'm really sorry. That sounds frustrating.
If you want, you can repeat with us too. Just whisper it or say it out loud. I'm really sorry. That sounds frustrating. This one is great for coworkers. Very safe. Very natural.
So now you can complain about small problems, and you can react in a kind, natural way with friends and with coworkers. But maybe you still feel shy. You might think, can I really say this to someone? Will it sound okay?
Yeah. Understanding is one thing. Using the phrases is different. Your mouth needs practice. Your brain needs time to feel comfortable. So in the next part, we will help you practice, step by step.
Exactly. So let's practice together. We will give you time to repeat and to imagine your own small problems. We will do simple role plays. Very short, very clear. You do not need to be perfect. Just try. All right, let's move to the practice part. So, now this part is for you, for your voice, not just listening, but really speaking.
Yeah. And please say the words out loud, even if you are on a train or walking or doing the dishes.
If other people look at you, that is okay. You are practicing. You are doing something good for your English.
And remember, mistakes are normal, completely normal. We also make mistakes when we speak other languages.
Earlier, we had that little challenge phrase. Do you remember? It was, this is so annoying. Yeah? This is so annoying. Yeah? This is so annoying.
We will use that feeling now. Annoyed. A little bit frustrated, but in a friendly way. So, we will do small practice cycles.
Here is how it works. I say a small problem. Then Sarah talks to you and you answer. Out loud. Then she gives you some example answers.
Okay, let's try the first one. Listen to Alex. Then I will tell you what to do.
My internet is so slow today. It is driving me crazy.
Nice. So now you react. You can say something like, that is so annoying. Or, that sounds frustrating. Frustrating means it makes you feel stressed and a bit angry. Okay, your turn. React now. Here are two ideas. You could say, that is so annoying. Or, oh wow, that sounds really frustrating.
Good. Let's do another one. New problem. Listen first.
I just missed my bus. It left 1 minute ago. Now I have to wait 20 minutes.
Okay, your turn. React to Sarah. Maybe you say, "Oh no, that sucks." Or, "That is really annoying." By the way, that sucks is very casual. We use it with friends, not in a formal situation. All right, speak now. You could say, "Oh no, that sucks." Or, "Yeah, that is really annoying missing the bus."
Nice. Let's try a very small, everyday thing. Something that can happen in the morning.
I just spilled coffee on my shirt, and I am already late.
Okay, now you react to Alex. You can say, "Oh no, that is the worst." Or, "That must be so annoying." Your turn. Go ahead. 2 example reactions. You might say, "Oh no, that is the worst," right before you leave. Or, "Yeah, that must be so annoying."
Okay, new one. This is about phones and batteries. Listen.
My phone battery died again. It always dies when I really need it.
All right, react to Sarah. Maybe you say, "That would drive me crazy." Or, "That is so inconvenient." Inconvenient means not easy, not comfortable, like it makes your life harder. Okay, it is your turn. Say something now. Some ideas. You could say, "Wow, that would drive me crazy." Or, "Yeah, that is so inconvenient when your phone dies."
Nice. Now we go to a different type of problem. A person problem. A noise problem.
My neighbor is so loud at night, I cannot sleep. It is so annoying.
Okay, you react first. Then I will tell a quick story. So now, say something to Alex. Maybe, "That sounds really annoying." Or, "I am sorry, that must be hard." Your turn. Speak now. You might say, "That sounds really annoying. You need your sleep." Or, "I am sorry. That must be hard to deal with."
Okay, and now, let me share a little fail story. A small mistake I made with this kind of problem.
Yeah, this is good. Listen to Alex and think how you would say it in a more polite way.
So, one time at work, a coworker was talking very loudly next to me. I was tired, I was stressed, and I just said, "You are so annoying." And after that, the air felt very awkward, not friendly.
Yeah, "You are so annoying" is very strong. It feels like an attack. A better way is to talk about the noise, not the person. For example, you can say, "Could you please keep it down a bit?"
Or you can say, "I am trying to focus. Would you mind speaking a little more quietly?"
Let's practice that. First, repeat after me. I say it, then you say it. Ready? "Could you please keep it down a bit?"
Okay, your turn. Repeat. "Could you please keep it down a bit?" Nice. Now the second one. Repeat after Sarah this time.
"I am trying to focus. Would you mind speaking a little more quietly?"
Okay, now you. Repeat. "I am trying to focus. Would you mind speaking a little more quietly?" Great. Little changes. Same idea, but it sounds softer. More polite.
Now we flip the roles a bit. I will complain, and then you make your own sentence. Not just react, but make your own small problem. Okay?
I will stay quiet during your speaking time, so you really have space to talk.
Listen to my example. My neighbor plays loud music at night. It really bothers me.
Now it is your turn. Think of your own small problem. Maybe something at home or at work or on the train.
Start with this sentence. It really bothers me when, and then finish it with your own idea. For example, it really bothers me when people are late. Okay, now you. Say your own sentence. Good. If that was hard, you can pause this podcast later and try again with different problems. It really bothers me when, and finish it.
Let's do one more like this. I will give you a type of problem and you make the sentence. All right?
The situation is, you forgot your umbrella, and now it is raining a lot. So first, listen to my version. Then you try.
Ugh, I forgot my umbrella and now I am getting soaked. This is so annoying.
So now you complain. Use your own words. You can start with, "This is so annoying," or, "It really bothers me when I forget my umbrella." Okay, speak now. Make one full sentence. Nice. You are really speaking now. You are not just listening, you are doing the work.
Yeah, I love that. You are using real feelings, real problems in English. That is how it becomes natural.
Okay, let's slowly move out of this practice mode. We will relax a bit now.
Thank you for speaking with us. Really, even if it felt strange, you tried. Now, let's calm down and think about your own life for a moment.
Yeah. Ask yourself, which small problems really bother me? Which little things are my personal annoyances?
In the next part, we will talk more personally about that, about your top small annoyances and how we can try to stay calm with them.
When you connect these phrases to your real life, they are easier to remember. So in the next chapter, we will do exactly that. Make it personal, but still simple and friendly.
So now, it is your turn. But before that, let me share just one or two small things from my week. Very simple things from my week.
Okay, I am curious now. What happened to you this week?
Well, one thing that really gets on my nerves is when my phone does those little notification sounds. Again and again, message, email, app, everything. I am trying to work or read, and my phone is like, hey, look at me. It really gets on my nerves when the phone never stays quiet.
Yeah, constant notifications. That is tiring. It breaks your focus, right?
Exactly. I lose my focus. I forget what I was doing. So now, sometimes I just turn the sound off, or I put it in another room. Another thing, this week, we had a meeting, and one person was answering emails during the meeting. You know, typing, click, click, click. It really gets on my nerves when people answer emails during meetings. I feel like, hey, are we not important?
Right, I understand. So for you, one annoying thing is too many phone sounds. And another one is when people do not really listen in a meeting because they are busy with emails.
Yes, exactly. Small things. Nothing big, but still annoying. How about you, Sarah? Do you have some little problems like that? From home or from work?
Oh, yes. Many. Let me think. Okay, here is one from home. It drives me crazy when people leave dirty dishes in the sink. The sink is full of plates and cups, and nobody washes them. I come into the kitchen in the morning, I want to make coffee, and I see this mountain of dishes. It is so annoying.
So you wake up, you are still sleepy, you go to the kitchen, and then, surprise, the sink is full. That really drives you crazy.
Yes. I feel like, why am I the only one who sees this? Another small thing for me is when I cannot find my keys. This happens a lot. I am ready to go out. I am on time. And then my keys are gone. I look in my bag, in my jacket, on the table. Nothing. I hate when that happens. It really bothers me when I lose my keys again and again.
Yeah, that is stressful. So you are ready to leave, but your keys disappear. You have to check every pocket, every bag. I think many people know that feeling.
I think so too. These are not big, serious problems, but they still take energy. They still, make your day a little harder.
Okay, listener, now it is about you. Let us make this personal. I will ask you some questions. You can answer in your head, or you can say the answer out loud. Ready?
Yeah, and do not worry. You do not need long answers. Just one simple sentence is great.
First question. What is one thing that really annoys you in the morning? Think about your morning. Getting up, breakfast, going out. What is something small that really annoys you in the morning? Okay, take a moment and answer. Out loud if you can.
You can start with a sentence like, "It is so annoying when," and then say your idea. For example, "It is so annoying when my alarm does not ring." Now you try. "It is so annoying when..."
Nice. Now, second question. What small problem do you often have at work or at school? Maybe something with your computer, or with other people, or with noise. What little thing at work or school really gets on your nerves? Think for a few seconds.
This time, try a different sentence. Say, "I cannot stand it when," and then your situation. For example, "I cannot stand it when my coworker talks loudly on the phone." Now you say one sentence. "I cannot stand it when..."
Good. And one more. Think about your home. What is one little thing at home that drives you crazy? Maybe something with family, with your room, with your neighbors. What is one thing at home that drives you crazy?
Try this pattern now. It really bothers me when... So for example, it really bothers me when my neighbor plays music late at night. Okay, your turn. Say one sentence. It really bothers me when...
Great. You are doing real practice now. You are not only listening, you are using your own life. That is the best way to remember these phrases.
Now, sometimes we want to complain. We want to say, this is so annoying. But sometimes we want to stay calm. We want to relax and move on. So let us practice a few calm answers too.
Yeah. One useful phrase is, it is okay. It is not a big deal. So maybe you spill your coffee. You can say, it is okay. It is not a big deal. You tell yourself, or you tell another person, that it is fine. It is small.
Another nice one is, never mind, it happens. Never mind means, do not worry. And it happens means, this is normal. For example, your friend is late and says, I am so sorry. You can say, never mind, it happens. So you are kind and you stay calm.
There is also, I will try again. Very simple. Maybe your computer freezes and you lose your work. Yes, that is annoying. But you can say, okay, I will try again. It is a way to move forward.
Let us practice these calm phrases now. Think of one small problem from your life. Maybe the one you said before. First, complain about it. Use, it is so annoying when, or I hate when. Say one sentence now.
And now, say something calm after that. For example, but it is okay. It is not a big deal. Or, but never mind, it happens. Or, but I will try again. So your full idea is like, it drives me crazy when the bus is late, but never mind, it happens. Try that with your own problem.
You see what we are doing? First, you say the feeling. Then you add a small, calm sentence. This can really help in real life. You can be honest, but also kind to yourself and to other people.
Sometimes I even make a joke about a small fail. For example, if I spill coffee on my shirt, I might say to my friend, wow, nice design, right? And then we laugh. The problem is still there, but it feels lighter. It feels smaller.
Yeah, I like that. A little joke can change the feeling. And remember, it is totally normal to have these small annoying things. Everyone has them. You are not alone.
So, we talked about a lot of small annoying things today, and now you can talk about your own. You have your personal examples. You have your favorite phrases.
And in the last part of this episode, we will give a quick review of the most important phrases, remind you of the listening challenge, and invite you to practice in real life. So, let us move to the final part.
So, we are almost at the end of this episode of the Natural English Podcast.
Yeah, time went fast, right? We talked about a lot of little, annoying things today.
We really did. We started with those small everyday problems. You know, people being late, noise on the train, slow internet, all those things that just bother you a little.
And then we learned how to complain in a natural way. Not too strong, but real and honest. And after that, we practiced how to answer and show you care when someone else complains.
Yeah. So before we say goodbye, let's do a tiny review. Just the most useful phrases. No long list, just a short one you can really remember.
Okay, I'll do 3 top complaint phrases. You can repeat them after me if you want. Number 1, very simple. It's so annoying. Again, it's so annoying. You can use this for almost anything. For example, my neighbor's music is so loud. It's so annoying.
A meme.
Number 2, it really bothers me. Slowly, it really bothers me. This means it gives you a small, uncomfortable feeling. For example, it really bothers me when people talk loudly on the phone in the bus.
Nice.
And number 3, I can stand it when. One more time. I can stand it when. This is stronger. It means this is stronger. It means you really, really do not like it. For example, I can stand it when people are late for meetings.
Great. So now, 3 reaction phrases. These are for when your friend or your coworker is complaining and you want to be kind. First one, that's so annoying. You're saying, I understand your feeling. For example, your friend says, my train was delayed again. You say, oh no, that's so annoying.
Yeah, that one is super useful.
Second one, that sounds frustrating. Slowly, that sounds frustrating. Frustrating means it makes you feel a bit angry and tired because the problem continues. For example, you had to call the company 3 times? Wow, that sounds frustrating.
And the last one, I know what you mean. One more time. I know what you mean. This shows empathy. It means, I understand you. I have the same feeling. For example, yeah, I know what you mean. I hate it when that happens too.
All right, let's go back just for a second to our first listening challenge at the start of the episode.
Do you remember that? I talked about a roommate who never washed the dishes.
Yeah, and I asked you to listen for one key phrase. Did you catch it? It's driving me crazy.
Right. I said something like, my roommate never washes the dishes. It's driving me crazy. That means it is slowly making me very angry and stressed.
So if you remembered that phrase and the dishes story, nice job. You followed the whole episode from start to finish.
Okay, now it's your turn. We have a small real-life challenge for you.
Sometime today, just notice one small annoying thing. Nothing big. Maybe your coffee gets cold. Maybe an app will not open. Maybe someone types very loudly next to you.
When that happens, try to describe it in English. Use one complaint phrase from this episode. For example, my internet is so slow today. It's so annoying. Or, I can stand it when my phone battery dies so fast.
And then, when another person complains to you, maybe a coworker, a family member, a friend, try to answer in English too. Use one reaction phrase. For example, wow, that sounds frustrating. Or, yeah, I know what you mean.
You can write your sentences in a notebook or in your phone, or just say them out loud to yourself. If you have a friend who is learning English, you could even share your sentences and laugh about your little annoyances together.
And remember, don't worry about perfect grammar here. The important thing is using these natural, real-life expressions. The more you use them, the more they will feel comfortable for you.
Exactly. Tiny, simple practice, but every day if you can.
All right, we should let you go. Thank you so much for spending this time with us today and for listening to the Natural English podcast.
Yeah, thank you. We really hope these phrases help you in your real life, with your real annoying little problems.
Take care, keep practicing, and we'll talk to you in the next episode.
Bye for now, and I hope nothing too annoying happens to you today.